there. And he's got him again.
Yeah, he's opened up the door slightly. Carreno Busta's just barged his way through that. You know, he's got love 40.
Beautiful balance, isn't it? Just a little side. Look at his weight transference here after he hits the ball. He's ready to come back if he needed to, but he didn't. Triple break point. Well, there's the drop shot.
Got away with it a little bit. Got away with it, but read the play well.
15-40.
See, this is where you can't afford to have any loose points against the top guys. Like the first point, it doesn't seem important, but he went for a huge second serve as a double fault and did nothing wrong, and all of a sudden he's love 40 down.
Clearly went to bed early last night.
And said his prayers too before going to bed too, I think.
30-40.
Clean living, bit of good fortune here for Tabilo. Not this time.
Team Spain.
It's a very risky play in these conditions. Lively bounce. You've got to hit it perfectly. Trying to rob the ball of its bounce is very difficult. It's break back for Team Spain. Did you like having a captain on the court, Mark? Did you enjoy having a captain?
I did. You know, tennis is so much of the time you're always on your own, of course, especially when you're playing your matches, and to have someone where you can actually talk to. I think when things are going well, the captain doesn't need to say much. He doesn't want to say much. He just wants to leave you alone, give you your water and your drink, tell you well done. But when you're something, you know, you want to hear something, and when you're playing, most of the time, you can't see a lot of things that are going on, and on the side of the court you see so many little things, and those little things make a huge difference that can help. So I definitely enjoyed having someone next to me.
Well, it was the perfect ideal start for his opponent, but Carreno Busta, as Mark Philippoussis was saying, has a rich amount of experience, and he used all of that just to show his superior class in the last couple of games there to get himself back on serve in this opening contest. First bit of adversity then for Tabilo to face. How will he react?
Let's first round.
What a first shot that was after the serve from the Spaniard.
Beautiful, and that was off a great return. I didn't think there was anything wrong with that. It was a deep return off a great serve, and You know, he's woken up. It's dangerous. He's relaxed and he's played himself back in the match, and his confidence is growing.
All. $15-30.
Again, there's that beautiful flow to his tennis that we've been admiring in this match so far.
It's been a great reaction to have lost the serve, and to react like this is huge. What for me is so impressive is the way he's moving on the back of the court for his forehands, getting himself in position with those 2-3 little steps. You can hear his footwork on the back of the court, and he's putting himself in great position to take advantage of that forehand, and he's hitting his forehand beautifully.
These are the points that Mark was talking about in terms of playing your best tennis at the important moments. Carreno Busta's managed to do that in the last 10 minutes or so, but here's another crucial one for him. And I'm interested to see where he's going to direct his serve here. That's wild from Carreno Busta. He's looking at the court surface as though something was just a little bit off with the bounce, and Tabilo is back in front with the break. And again, just underlining what Mark Philippoussis was saying, it actually hasn't been too many shots, wild shots like that from Carreno Busta. He's actually been playing some pretty solid tennis out here.
Yeah, I think that was just the wrong shot on that particular play. That's the first time that Tabilo actually kind of looped one in with a little bit of spin, and I think it caught him off guard and must have just kicked up.
Oh, this is good. This is really good.
Love 15.
And it bodes well for 2022 if we're going to see tennis of this quality through all the contests that we see here at the ATP Cup and further through the season as well. This has been special.
This is what you like to see, right? Two guys just ready to start off the year strong. They're representing their country, hitting the ball well. They look good. They're moving well, and playing some great tennis.
$15-30.
Court surface is pretty rough when you get down there. We were there yesterday. It is pretty rough, but the ball again seeming to be relatively quick here in Australia. It's just giving players the opportunity to play the kind of tennis that they decide to play. It's giving you options out here, which is nice to see. Little serve and volley.
I like that play. Especially, you know, these guys, a lot of the guys stay a fair way back, and playing a lefty, if you're staying back like that, especially on the advantage side, you're opening up for that slider out wide. And I love the fact that he actually moved in. You know, that's going to get Carreno Busta thinking a little bit there.
Chances are coming thick and fast for both players. Plenty of intent on the face of Carreno Busta. And he's going to get a good look at getting the break back straight away here with a second serve. He's made it. It looked as though it was going to go long, but it's dropped in.
Team Chile lead.
And Chile have lost their lead for a second time in this opening set. Back on serve, 4-3, Team Chile. Well, in the air there, Mark, I've got to say, I thought that was going long.
I did too. Look, he was lucky to that one to drop in, but again, that's just the wrong shot. You know, when someone's going for a shot like that, it means that they want to end the point. They're not comfortable with sitting out there rallying with their opponent. He was a meter behind the baseline. They both were close to the baseline. He wasn't like Carreno Busta was out of position there. And, you know, that was kind of a press the panic button, to be honest with you. You know, that two points in a row on break point, went for a drop shot, and it wasn't the right shot.
Plenty of advice coming for Tabilo from his teammates and captains. One shot, I'm sure they'll be telling him to leave in the locker now after his attempts has been the drop shot. It is one of his favourite shots, that backhand drop shot, but it hasn't worked. He hasn't had Carreno Busta at the back of the court far enough to really make it effective.
Especially on this surface, it really has to be perfect. The guys are moving so well and the ball's bouncing up high. It's going to have to be perfect.
Good safe play that for Carreno Busta, whether it's his first or his second on the outside down the tee to that backhand. He just takes away the angles for his opponent. And of course the luxury of the new balls.
But Mark, Sam courtside here. I haven't just been napping, you know, I've been watching very carefully, but I can almost hear, I know there is new balls at the moment, but I could almost just hear off the racket of Carreno Busta that he's just starting to time it, because the sound is a little different from the first couple of games.
(14-15). Left. First serve. Again, Team Spain.
Neatly done. He's very proficient around the net when he's up there as well, Carreno Busta. Neat touches.
4 games all.
Mark, as we both spoke about that 1%, this is where it comes in, right? 4 all. Huge game here. And the first couple of points are so important in the service game, especially that first one with the momentum. First serve, first point.
Love. (15 all).
There's been a couple of double faults now. What I think, I feel like his ball toss is a little bit low on the second serve. Not allowing himself to get up, you know, to get that spin on the ball, to give himself that percentage over the net. A little too low.
(15-13).
All right, he needs a first serve here. 2 double faults in a row. Yeah, just does not look comfortable at all, especially on that ball toss right now.
Yeah, that was brilliant. That was absolutely brilliant. Sam Smith saying that she could hear the ball coming off the strings of Carreno Busta with just a little bit more on it. And Tabilo finds himself down a couple of break points. That was a very well played forehand as well. Managed the risk perfectly. Didn't try and overplay it. Asked the question. Difficult times for Team Chile.
Team Spain.
And they're too turbulent, couldn't manage it, and the forehand goes long, and Carreno Busta goes up a break for the first time in the first set. 5-4. Well, Sam, you were right. He was starting to feel the ball off the strings a little bit better, and it showed.
Yeah, I thought he managed it really well. I mean, you'd expect nothing less. We've been watching Paolo for so many years now. He didn't flinch at all. Didn't panic. So solid. And it's interesting when, I mean, I can't tell you how much faster the ball was coming off his strings or how much earlier it was taken. But when that happens, the result down the other end is that Alejandro has a fraction less time to react and play the shots. And I think what we're seeing out here is Tabilo, who I hadn't watched an awful lot of, but you can see why he's not in the top 100, because his serve is a little flaky under pressure. So is sometimes his shot selection, and that's really the difference. There's not a lot else, and Carreno Busta always makes you have to beat him. He's not going to give it to you. But I got to say, for Alejandro, those first 10-15 minutes were spectacular. I thought there was some leftover gunpowder from the fireworks last night in Sydney Harbour attached to his racket. It was that good. But lots of highs and lows from the Chilean. Got to say, sitting down here by the team zone for Chile, they're a lot more animated and excitable. Spaniards are like just keeping an eye on things and just seeing what's going to happen. Haven't been to the gym this year, Mark, have you?
No. I have to confess I haven't, Sam. No, I'm planning on it though.
That's where we're supposed to.
I'll keep you updated.
That's where we're supposed to go, apparently.
Halfway through this opening set, it looked as though this set was going to go the way of Team Chile, but right now, as you can see there, a firecracker of a forehand from Carreno Busta, and he is on his way to taking this opener. Just a bit of fragility at times from Tabilo on his serve have contributed to a situation that looks unrecoverable for him. Again, another perfect approach shot. It was low, the net was an obstacle, but he's played it to perfection in terms of looking for depth with the slice.
Absolutely, he's looking comfortable. He's settled in now, he's just playing his solid tennis, his usual tennis.
Weathered the storm, and he's got 3 set points.
Fourteen, 15.
They never looked unduly worried, Team Spain, even when he was down a break a couple of times in this opening set. This is what they expected, the turnaround, and it's come, and it's set point number 3. And on the third set point, Carreno Busta wraps up the opening set for Team Spain, and they duly do go up a set after almost 40 minutes.
Pablo, vamos.
Doesn't often be himself, Carreno Busta, does he, Mark?
No, not at all. That was a roller coaster set, but as you said, did well. He recovered, and he's done a lot of times on the tour. And then, you know, sometimes when you win a set like that and you're down, you battle back, and you're not playing your best tennis, definitely get a lot more confidence than coming out being on fire, hitting the ball well.
Second serve points one was a huge problem for her. It wasn't great for Carreno Busta, but it was particularly poor for Tabilo. 18% only. That's not so much about his second serve, as we see a couple of highlights, is it? It's also just about what he's doing behind it that's becoming a bit of a problem for him.
And the thing about his second serve too, it's not like it doesn't kick. It's kind of, he slices it in, so he doesn't give himself a percentage. And we did see a couple of double faults on huge situations.
A few highlights from the opening set. It was all Team Chile at the start, and then it was a runaway train for Team Spain, with shots like that coming from the strings of this man, who has built a enviable career off the back of that type of tennis over 40 minutes. Tough man to break down, and he's a tough man to break his spirit as well, even if you do break his serve. Things just got an awfully lot tougher for Team Chile.
Team Chile to serve.
Says his secret talent is chess. He's going to have to figure out a few new moves here, Alejandro Tabilo.
Love.
He's a passionate player. You see him beat Dennis Kudla in Indian Wells, qualified for Indian Wells and Miami last year. Beat Kudla there for a big win at a Masters 1000. He was fired up at the end of that contest. Had a good match with Berrettini in the next round as well. Lost a couple of tight sets.
He's got a great game. The only thing that hurt him in that first set was some double faults in important situations and some easy missed forehands. Besides that, he hit the ball great the whole set. So, you know, that's a good thing to take away, to know that he had some opportunities. He was up some breaks, and just to keep going.
Again, Team
if he's broken him once, or he's broken him twice in that first set, he knows he can do it again that second set.
First game, second set.
Yeah, very good service game. What he's got to do is try and defend his forehand side. Let's just take a look at where Carreno Busta was going. Of course, they've never played before. He doesn't know a lot about his Chilean opponent out there. This is where he was starting, games 1 to 3 for Carreno Busta in terms of where he was taking the ball. Obviously a left-hander. He was going into that backhand side of Tabilo. After the first 3 games, he decided, hey, that wasn't working too well. I haven't got on the scoreboard yet. And he's moved it around, and he started actually attacking into the forehand more of the southpaw. For some people, that might sound a little counterintuitive, Mark.
Yeah, I think it all depends on where he feels comfortable serving as well. Maybe serving out wide he feels more comfortable. He serves better out wide. So, but that can be dangerous, you know, if it's not a good serve. You can open up the court, as you mentioned.
Love 15. Let's first round. 15 all.
Produced a few players over the years with a bit of flair, haven't they? Chile. A few big forehands as well. One particularly talented left-hander. Person you knew pretty well, Marcelo Rios, of course.
Oh man, that guy was just beautiful to watch and a pain in the butt to play against. Man, he was talented.
One of the most beautiful players to ever picked up a tennis racket, no question. A pure artist.
Yeah, as far as hands go, he was right up there with Andre Agassi, in my opinion. Doesn't get any better than that, those two guys.
Favourite book actually is Agassi's autobiography called Open, is Tabilo's. He's been a real student of the game. You actually got him, didn't you, in your last meeting in Cincinnati? 7-6 in the final set there against Rios. Mark?
I know I played him a few times. Like I said, it was never easy.
I'll just pull out the wins for you. Memphis and Cincinnati.
All right.
Can't see any other results on here.
That's nice of you. Very nice. The whole other page is missing.
30-40.
Bit of deja vu perhaps unfolding here for Carreno Busta. Looked like it was going to be a bit more of a solid start on his own serve here at the second set, but trouble brewing for the Spaniard. Spain's captain just a little edgy. No, that's gone wide. He's hit it a little bit late, and there's a break for Tabilo, and Sam Smith has been watching on from the side there. What do you got for us, Sam?
Well, it just occurred to me, you know, that's the beauty of this format. If this was out on the tour, you know, you'd almost feel Alejandro, I mean, he might come back and he might have played the sort of tennis that he has in the last few minutes or so. But look, when he goes back to his team zone, he's got high quality information. He's got a lot of energy. I mean, they're really getting up and a lot of eye contact with him. He's also very aware he's playing in front of Christian Garin. You know, there's a lot to get him up. And you talked about Carreno Busta altering his tactics midway through that first set. You know, Tabilo has got someone, you know, to help him tactically as well out here, and that's why this team format is so good.
Well, in the end, it was Rios-like. The little touch shot that he went for, it was the right idea, but again, just goes to underline just how difficult it is to hit these type of shots in these conditions.
That was well read from Carreno Busta. As he hit that passing shot, he was already moving forward to cover that angle.
Interesting little point to his corner, perhaps just picking up on what Sam Smith was saying. A little bit of a change of tactic there from the brains trust that he has in that particular corner in the team zone. Look at that. Yeah, what you just told me worked perfectly. And a little body serve as well, followed by a point to the corner, and all of a sudden the troubles
40-15
towards the end of that opening set put to one side here for Team Chile. What a perfectly placed serve, and perfectly placed again, Team Chile. 3-love up, second set. Again, a wealth of information coming his way. He's got to filter out what he feels is important at this stage and what isn't necessarily. Nice for him, Mark, to be back in this situation where he can kind of build on a situation that he was in the opening set.
Absolutely. It's been very impressive the way he's reacted, you know, knowing he's had some opportunities, but he let him go. And being up 3-love now in the second, hopefully he can learn from what happened in the first set. And as you mentioned, he's getting some great advice, obviously, in his corner. And he can just keep the momentum going. But more importantly, not thinking he has to overplay or do anything special, just continuing to play solid like he's doing.
Most of his junior career for Canada, peaked at 29 in the world in the junior rankings through 2015 at Tabilo, but wasn't necessarily a star in the Canadian Federation's mind, and I guess you can argue so far they've been proved correct with the players that have come through, but he certainly looks as though he's got a lot of game, Tabilo. He's just on the cusp of perhaps making a breakthrough. Started that with a win on the Challenger circuit towards the back end of 2021. What does 2022 bring for him? 24 years of age.
It's not easy to change directions like that quickly, but he does it so well, right? Like, as you said, all these Spanish guys, it's like they love that cross-court down the line drill, I think, on the practice courts, and they do that every day, and they make it look so easy.
Just interesting, just looking at that return there from Tabilo and his shot selection. That shot was, you know, that serve kicked up so far above his head, and he just went for such a low percentage shot. And there's just little moments like that, however well he's playing, he just reveals himself, you know, where he is in terms of the ranking.
You're right, Tam. Those are those little things that make such a huge difference compared to playing a match in the Challenger level and the ATP level.
That was a hugely impressive forehand. It may not be enough for him to get back into this particular game, but look at the balance and look at the step just before he hit it. It was perfection.
Yeah, showed his strength on that one.
Fourth double for Carreno Busta. And he's yet to offset that with any aces so far. Sensational.
Deuce.
He knew as soon as he hit that was going to be a winner.
Beautiful start to that exchange as well. There's a real art to doing nothing when you start taking on top players as well. You always feel when you're coming through that you've got to do more than you have to at times, especially early in a rally, but he just traded with his backhand.
Yeah, he's looked very comfortable in all the baseline rallies I've had. That's why I've been very surprised where he's gone for those drop shots, especially on such a important occasion on those break points. I just didn't feel like he had to, because he's been in on all the rallies. Great hitting from both guys.
Team Chile leads 3-1.
Yep, it's a good start to the year when you see that quality of hitting, and you can see even these two players just taking a little extra time. That was an exhausting rally to play. Taking his time, thinking about things, contemplating what tactics to implement here, Carreno Busta. He's got his hands full today. He's done well just to keep Tabilo at bay for the moment.
Love 15.
You know what I'm going to say, Mark. I don't like that one, especially off that deep shot. Look at him. Look where he is. He's 2.5, 3 meters behind the baseline. Carreno Busta was on the baseline during that rally. He's got to be careful here. The first point again. 3-1. This is where he lost his serve in the first set.
Yep, maybe on a clay court, his favourite surface where you don't have as much grip, and he might get the wheels spinning a little bit, but on a hard court like that, it's just too easy.
15 on.
Yeah, that return, just a shot that comes with a higher tariff down the line there, trying to redirect, especially after having taken that opening point. You could see afterwards from Carreno Busta, he was indicating he should have gone back cross court.
Vamos. 15-30.
Yeah, that one down the line. It's a low percentage shot. You're hitting it from the highest part of the net, and you don't have the angle you have, and and both guys going too early. And 15-30. You understand someone going for a low percentage shot when you've got such a huge serve and you're winning a lot of free points or hitting aces. That's a different story. You can afford to do that. But when your serve isn't one of your biggest weapons, every point is incredibly important, especially now. That was the right play, Mark, right? That was the right play, just missed the volley.
30-40.
He had to actually swivel his way out of the way of the ball, didn't he? He kind of ran straight at it rather than to the side of it, which made the first volley a little bit tougher.
Yeah, or thinking maybe it would have been easier for him to actually hit a backhand volley. Maybe on that one, especially being a lefty.
How costly will it be? Break point. Not costly this time. Saved with an ace. His 5th.
Great response, and I think his biggest serve of the day at 207 kilometers an hour.
Advantage Team Chile.
This will be a bit of a seismic moment here for Team Chile if he can survive the break point, get himself through this game. Double fault, his 5th, and another lifeline here for Carreno Busta to try and regain that break back. Never plays parallel with his feet. When you watch him play Tabilo on the attacking forehand, he's always waiting for the ball to come to him with like a open or semi-open stance. I kind of feel as though he ends up having to wait for the ball to come to him rather than being able to step in and take it a bit earlier.
Yeah, that didn't look like a confident strike, did it? Didn't have a lot of a racket head speed. He guided that ball down the line and it just pushed it wide. Great recovery after that return of serve.
That's a parallel backhand in terms of his footwork there, stepping in. So much of the modern game is about open stance play, but perhaps some players played a little too much.
I agree. If you have the time to be able to step into a shot and have that body weight transferring going into the shot, it makes a big difference.
Yeah, the one player whenever I watch him play is Novak. If you watch him, everyone talks about his open stance backhand, which is obviously remarkable and allows him to get out of jail when he's in big trouble. But if he's got time to step in, he'll step in. Couple of missed forehands from Carreno Busta in some crucial moments in that game. And Team Chile maintain their advantage in the second set, 4-1.
Team Chile lead 4-1.
Yeah, he'll be delighted with that. It's been the first game he's managed to salvage something from when he's been under pressure, got himself into that situation courtesy some poor shots, but got himself out with some excellent serving and courageous play such as that.
That was a huge game for confidence for himself to hold on to that break. 4-1, big difference to 3-2 back on serve. And to do it where, like you said, he hit some poor shots, poor decisions, and to fight some break points was great to see.
Good energy from Team Chile in the team zone there. They're buoyed up by their man's success in that last game. It was a huge holder serve. Potential pivot point in the set once again, but it didn't go Team Spain way this time. And the Chilean fans that are here at the Ken Rosewall Arena in good voice in that change of ends.
Love 15. Fifteen all. $30-15.
Beautifully done. He is a very balanced athlete, Carreno Busta.
Yeah, it looks...
14-15.
He's got such a great all-round game and looks very comfortable at the net. Plays a lot of doubles and very successful too. He's been on the doubles tour and a lot of matches won. And just got some nice technique there. Didn't rush, went behind his opponent, wrong-footing him.
Game, Team Spain.
Yeah, some decent serving there from Carreno Busta, just locking his opponent up, who has also been serving much better in this second set, has Tabilo. Let's take a look at the opening set. You can just look at where his first serve was in terms of its accuracy, and he wasn't really finding any kind of great width, particularly on the ad side as a left-hander. 22% on the juice side, 14% going within 2 feet of the line. Sets 2, Mark. That's the kind of serving you'd like to see.
Yeah, that first set was very surprising, especially, as you said, for a lefty. I mean, that lefty, pretty much 99% of them they love the one out wide, especially when you go playing against the righty into the backhand and open up the court. So this is normally the percentage you normally like to see.
Let's first serve.
It's been a bit erratic, that forehand wing from Carreno Busta in the last 10 minutes. Sam courtside, Carreno Busta just looking a little ruffled at the moment.
Yeah, I just feel that I think we've got to remind ourselves how difficult it is to come off the off season, however long or short it is, and find consistency, you know, in your opening couple of matches. And as I mentioned at the start, he's got a lefty. He's never played before. He's sort of coming down with rockets. And okay, yes, he found the balance in that first set, how to neutralise. But you know, it's been a big help for Alejandro having his teammates courtside.
40-15.
See, that's what I don't mind. You're 40 love up, you want to go for a second serve ace, that's no problem. But kind of first point of the game or 15 all. Guess I'm the last one that should be saying that. I wasn't known to hitting him at the best of times.
Yeah, it was a little too obvious the drop shot was coming. He got a great return in there, Carreno Busta, off what was a good delivery off the serve. And the moment it dropped below the height of the net, as a player, you can make a step forward there to cover the drop shot. And you'll look at him here, full stretch. He'll start moving towards inside the baseline.
That was a great return off that serve. That was a quality serve. And
that just got a little close, but he's put that service game to bed nicely there, Tabilo. 5-2, second set, Team Chile. Well, his mind was like a ping pong ball in an elevator, wasn't it? I mean, it was all over the place towards the end of that rally from Tabilo. He did so well early on. It was an extraordinary rally given the pressure of the moment, and then all of that drop shot attempt again, Mark, on a massive point.
yeah, he's going to look back and just wonder why he... I understand it's, you mentioned one of his favorite shots, but there's certain situations for him, and right on a hard court like this, that bounce up high against someone like Carreno Busta that moves so well. Man, it's been costly.
Team Spain.
Yeah, he doesn't miss those. Perfect point. Straight down the middle. No angles for Tabilo to work with to fire back a quick return and get on the front foot. And it is Team Spain very much on the front foot here. Now, couple of match points. And it is Team Spain who duly go up.
2 sets to love. 6-4, 7-6.
By 1-0 after the opening match. They'll be grateful that that is the scoreline as well, because that was a very, very good contest between these two. Tabilo impressed. Carreno Busta, though, victorious. No Rafael Nadal, of course, here at the ATP Cup this year, but Spain will be a tough team, you feel, to beat. And so it proved today, because Tabilo played some good tennis. Carreno Busta used his experience and the quality of his shot making. His all-court game as well. Saw some lovely finishing touches from him up at the net. And by the end of the match, 85% of the time he was up at the net, he won the point.
Yeah, that was a great first match to start off the year. I was very not surprised, but both players would be happy the way they hit the ball. You know, had some great points, hitting the ball well. I think Tabilo can take a lot of positives away from this match, even though he did lose this match. He was up twice in a couple of breaks in the first, up a break in the second, set point. So.
Sam Smith with the winner, Pablo Carreno Busta.
Pablo, congratulations and Happy New Year, or should I try and say Feliz Año Nuevo?
Thank you, and Happy New Year too.
Very tough opening match for Team Spain. Your opponent today, Alejandro, he's ranked, way below where you are, but he came out like one of those fireworks on Sydney Harbour Bridge last night. I mean, it was a very, very tough opening 3 or 4 games. What were you thinking when you were down the early break?
Yeah, well, we expect, the beginning of the match was very, very, very difficult. He plays unbelievable, and I was there fighting all the time. It's the first match of the year, of the season, and it's never easy to come here to Australia. We're coming from the winter. Here it's too warm for me now, and well, I am happy because I fight all the time. I was improving my level with the sets and with the games, and at the end of the match I think that I played much better than at the beginning.
How much physically and mentally, how tough was it for you out there? Because we saw you breathing quite hard in that second set, which we don't normally do.
Yeah, I think the most important thing of the match was the mental. I fight all the time. I was there. When I miss, I continue trying my shots. I need to push more, to be more aggressive, and probably at the beginning I wasn't playing my best tennis, but that's normal, so I'm not in a hurry to be my best level.
You have a wonderful team here that Spain has brought down to Australia. How has all the practice gone, the training, and also the time off court? How is the feeling amongst you all?
Yeah, we love to come here to Australia. This year was easier than last year. We are happy to be here again. It's not easy, like I said before, but in a few days we'll be at 100% again and enjoying the city, Sydney, the Melbourne. So we are very, very comfortable here in Australia.
Yeah, you certainly looked today. And just lastly, Rafa can't be with you here in Sydney this week, but I have a feeling he's watching, he's keeping in touch.
Yeah, for sure. Now we have to continue. We are one up, but Roberto has to play now. We go to do my things, and after that, supporting him like a hooligan. We need this point. We need to win this against Chile, so it's very important for us.
Pablo, we loved watching you today. Well done, and we'll see you soon.
Yeah, he's still searching for his best tennis, understandably. It's the start of the new year, new season, but his aspirations for Team Spain couldn't be higher. They want to win this competition, and he has given them the perfect platform in the opening match to potentially go on and do that. Up against a player today that he had not played against before. He may have seen him before around the tour in Alejandro Tabilo, who certainly played some wonderful tennis, had the opportunities, Mark, but ultimately just was a little short at the most important times.
Yeah, those huge situations, as we spoke a little about at the start, he might have gotten away with that maybe in the challenger level, but in the ATP level against a player of Carreno Busta's caliber, it's not going to happen. Those drop shots let him down today. But the positive thing is he's had some opportunities. He was up, and he hung in there all the way to the end and gave himself a chance.
Yeah, 29 winners to 20 unforced is a good number for any tennis player, and he'll be very happy with that, Carreno Busta. Lots of chances, lots of break points. That bodes well for us as well, of course, as this competition unfolds, that there are going to be lots of twists and turns in every single match that we witness. And that was certainly the case in this opening contest.